Welcome back to round 2 at WildCardCyclone. Today we have Trevor on the left playing Lightsworns, and we have myself on the right playing Quickdraw Dandy. And Trevor starts off with a Solar Recharge, Mills Lumina, and a Necrogardna. Good start. He summons a Lila and sets a back row. He doesn't set a back row. He does set a back row and he mills 3. Gareth and 2 Pot of Avarice. Passes it to me. I start my turn with Charge of the Light Brigade. I mill Lad, Ryko, and a Morphing Jar. So this is my first time playing Quickdraw Dandy. This is my second game playing Quickdraw Dandy, so I'm still pretty new to it. I'm still learning some of the lines, so fair warning, you will see some small misplays here and there, but I don't think they were too bad.
Yeah, I mean, we're all learning here at Team Starlight. You got some good mills and a good pop with the Ryko there. But this Arcus that Trevor summons, Arcus is just a problem to the point where I feel like people should maybe be siding a second copy against certain decks because Arcus just goes so hard.
Yeah, it definitely proves to be problematic in this duel and in even other matches, as you'll see throughout the week. But here I go Foolish for Dandy. I don't really have a way to out the Arcus. I have Brain Control and Caius in hand. I can target either Lightsworn, so I go for Foolish, send Dandy, and just try to wall up, protect my life points here. Which might have not been the best play. I might have been able to hold off another turn, but you live and you learn.
Yeah, but he's gonna kill 2 tokens, then mill 5. So I think this is applicable that he milled both pots, because deck out could be a real thing in this game, potentially.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna go for the Lone Fire.
So here's my first misplay. I go Lone Fire instead of going Lone Fire, pop the token, and leaving myself with an extra Lone Fire on field. Just kind of my inexperience with the deck showing here. So here I just attacked in Trevor Garnet. I kind of forgot he had Garnet, so that was kind of unfortunate.
I am a notorious always forgetting my opponent has Necrogardna player. But yeah, he's gonna Ryko target, pop the Titanium, but you negate so he doesn't mill. But he's gonna mill 5 more, so milled 15 off of these cards, I think.
Yeah, these cards, this Arcus is just putting in work. I do not have a way to deal with it. But he keeps milling, so he is getting rid of some of his power cards, so it's kind of to my advantage as well. Here he just pops a back row. I think neither of these back row were really real, so I was kind of okay with him sniping one of them. And I was just trying to protect my life points at this point. Yeah, and here he attacks the Ryko. I can't target anything. So I just mill.
Oh, no, I think he popped that one.
He
With his
popped.
Ryko.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he
right.
popped
Yep,
the
yep.
Ryko. Or else he
Yep.
would have probably killed the back row.
You're
But
right,
he
yeah.
milled a wolf here, so that's like huge because he needs to start doing damage fast and goes for the card destruction here. Interesting. But yeah, like you're still at 8,000, and that's why maybe the Dandylion play wasn't, or just foolishing Dandylion wasn't the worst, because he's getting somewhat low on cards in deck, and you haven't taken any damage yet. So I think he's feeling the need to go for a play here where he synchros with his millers for like a Mistworm.
Right, he realizes he needs to get rid of these or he's just going to lose by deck out.
Yeah, we're seeing them milling the double pot of Avarice. I don't know if he plays 3, but I feel like he might play 2. And milling both of them on the first turn, just really gonna put him in an awkward spot. Speaking of pot,
Pot putting in work this match. So here I just target Lone Fire, Titanial, Dandy.
putting all the plants back.
Draw 2 and I draw into a Gores. So I have a card trooper and I set it, hoping he doesn't summon another monster. And yeah, I'm kind of just praying here that he doesn't have the ability to do a kill. So here he just attacks my face down card trooper with Raikou. Card trooper's defense is bigger than Raikou, so it allows it to live. Then he destroys the card trooper with Wolf, and then attacks direct with Mistworm, and I'm able to drop the Gores here.
Yeah, like I usually like not attacking in this order because then now he has a bigger token, so you can kill both his monsters. But you could argue it was the right play because he takes you out of brain control range. So it's like 50-50. Depends what you're playing around.
Right, so here I was just checking that both his Honest were gone, because I was going to go for a big push on my end. So I go Debris, grab Raikou, and go into Iron Chain. I attack the Wolf with Gores, and I kind of miss sequence here. I should have attacked the Wolf with the token, and then the Mistworm with the Gores. But it kind of works out. Iron Chain makes a mill 3, and he only has 3 cards left in deck, so he just decks out here.
Iron Chain for the win. Scratch that off your bingo card.
So here we are, game 2. Trevor's going first. Starting off with a big think here. And he summons Lumina.
We're just gonna get some milling. Maybe a back row. Nope, just mill. Mill's Plague.
Mill's Aaron, Foolish Plague. Not bad. It's always good to see a card you want in the grave. So I just set one and pass it back. And then he goes for the Solar Recharge. And there's Wolf. He kept milling these wolves this match.
I forget if Trevor's on the full 3, but in my opinion, it's the only real way to play Lightsworn. Just gotta max out.
So here he goes for the heavy. And he hits my Torrential. I was really hoping. Yeah, he summoned something with the Lumina and didn't have a way to out the back row. But he did, and he's going in for big damage here.
Damn. Risky gamble gets punished, Albert. Not torrentialing the wolf, but I understand it. You must figure they might summon. Or use the Lumina effect. Yeah, good.
Yeah, so here he just sets one. Mills 3 for Lumina and 2 for Aaron.
3 for Aaron, yeah.
Sorry, 3 for Aaron. And I just scoop it up. I didn't really have a way to deal with the board. So here's game 3. I start off and just set one. Think about setting a back row, but then don't and pass it back. Here Trevor's doing a big think and summons Arcus. Arcus making another appearance again, and yeah, I can't out it with my Raikou, so I just go for the mill 3.
Arcus just too good. Like I'm like thinking like, I guess Quickdraw sides a lot of big monsters, like maybe Kaiku. I don't know what you're siding, but like you just don't naturally play a lot of monsters that you can just summon and attack over this. And also you can't Caius it, so it's just a problem.
Right. Yep, it definitely put in work. So here he just attacks my set Sangan, and I go for Debris Dragon. And then he just sets one and passes it. Nope. He sets a back row and then mills 2 and passes it back to me. Here I'm thinking for a bit. Again, I'm still pretty new to this, so I think about my plays quite a bit. But I have the Kaiku, so I just go, he either outs it or he doesn't. So I summon the Kaiku, and it's able to connect, and I'm gonna banish 2. So I banish the Lila and his Celestia.
So he passed, and now Trevor's turn to think. He's just gonna set another monster. So you have to figure one of those is Raikou.
Yep, so here I go. I think I drew into the Lone Fire, so I go Lone Fire into Titanial. I'm hoping one of these isn't a Raikou, so it sticks. So I attack the first face down, and it ends up being Necrogarna. I attack the second one with Kaiku, and it ends up being the Raikou, and I just negate it with Titanial. I don't really want him to mill and get more names in grave at the moment, so just gotta negate. There's almost no reason not to negate either. You don't want him to just get free mills.
Exactly.
So here he goes for Monster Reincarnation, target the Arceus, and I DD Crow it. But then he goes for Pot of Avarice, and I'm just like, well, rip. That's unfortunate. He's able to resolve it.
I wonder if he was like actually just trying to bait you with that. That would be interesting, because I don't know what he was planning to do with that Arceus, unless he just has Honest in hand. Probably does, but okay, he's gonna summon Aaron.
Yeah, so here he's thinking. I'm pretty sure he has the Honest. Why else would he be thinking? He just probably wants to think if he attacks me, or he waits a turn for me to attack into him. But it just makes more sense for him to attack me and get rid of a monster.
And phase mill double wolf. This is why you have to embrace the sack.
So here I go Debris. I accidentally grabbed Sangan. I can't grab Sangan because its attack stats are too big, but Trevor catches it and corrects me, so I just make sure I have Lone Fire in grave, and we're able to get that fixed on the spot, or else, yeah, that would have been an illegal activation or illegal targeting of Sangan.
So we're gonna get Lumina coming down, pitches Wolf, so we do get the confirmation that Trevor's playing Lightsworns correctly. And he's gonna pitch that to summon it back.
So I just cleared his board last turn, and here he makes another board, so he keeps applying the pressure on me.
But he's just got the one card in hand, I think, and you got a big hand, so hopefully see what you got.
So I do have the out. Do have the second out to the board. Here I was checking his grave, making sure all his wolves were gone before going into Iron Chain, but Iron Chain's really the only 6 I could have gone into, so it was probably going to be Iron Chain either way.
Yeah. I think it's important just to have the big damage on board, as opposed to like going for like Ancient Fairy or something like that.
Right. So here he just goes foolish and sends a Necrogarna, kind of signaling to me that he doesn't really have a lot anything real with that one card in his hand.
Damn, and you got the pot. Trevor's looking pretty down bad right now, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm in a really good position at this point.
Also, it's a good time to mention the all QCR deck we have on the right here. Sooner or later we'll do a deck profile when it's like fully complete. But this deck Albert's put together has like an absurd amount of QCRs.
Yeah, so here I drew into Debris Dragon again, so I just go Debris and go into Ancient Fairy Dragon this time, just trying to apply more pressure, hit in for damage, and he uses Necrogarna to negate one of the attacks. And here he just sets one and passes it back to me.
Oh
Here
my
goes Pot of
goodness.
Avarice again.
This is why you play this. If you play Quickdraw, this is why you play it. But
And there was a slight misplay there. I should have probably left Lone Fire and put back a DD Crow instead, because it does come up later.
now, yeah, you just have DD Crow in your grave, I think. No other, like, targets, good targets. And you don't draw a monster, so you're not able to go for... I mean, it wouldn't have been game either way, but... Yeah, you set a monster instead. And now he top decks the pot, so... This has just been the story of Pot of Avarice, this game. I think Trevor resolved 2, if I'm not mistaken, and I know you resolved 2.
Right, yeah, just Pot of Avarice putting in work makes these games really, really grindy when both players are on Pot of Avarice, because they could just keep bringing back their resources.
Yeah, I think Pot must be like a top 5 spell in the format. And it's probably the most broken spell that's at 3.
So here he puts back 2 JDs, Honest, Raiko, Lila.
He needs a miracle right now off the top.
He only has a few cards in deck, so there's a high possibility of him drawing into JD. So here he's just checking his graveyard, probably checking if he has the names. He goes for heavy, and he gets rid of my body, and he does indeed have the Judgment Dragon, so that's unfortunate.
Oh my god. The fact that you had the My Body, but he has the back row sweeper. Just
Yeah,
brutal.
that was just unfortunate. And here I draw, and I think for a bit. I have Debris Dragon in hand, and I'm checking my grave. I'm checking my extra deck to see what I can make with it. And here's where I'm really wishing I would have left a Lone Fire, because I could have just gone into Black Rose and cleared the board. But yeah, I realized I don't have anything, so I just scoop it up, and that's GG's.